Hi, hello, and namaste. Welcome to another new story today. Today, we are going to tell you a story about the rice bowl. Yes, rice bowl has a story. Now, once upon a time, in a far, far land, lived a very brave king. He was mighty, he was strong, and he was very brave. And at the same time, he also always had this knack of expanding his kingdom. He was very helpful to his people and he would care a lot for them. But he did not trust his ministers and all to give him the information. So, what he would do is he would dress up as common people and he would just go around his kingdom. So once while he was doing this, he just moved into the forest and lost his way. Now it was getting darker and it was risky to stay in the forest. So he decided to reach the top of the hill. He reached the top of the hill but was surprised that there was no settlement, no people, no villages around there. So he was worried. But then far off he saw a small light. So the moment he saw the light, he thought, okay, maybe there is somebody who's living there. So let me go and check. So he's walked to that hut, to that light. So once he reached there, he saw there was a small hut and there was an old woman who was cleaning outside the hut. So he was very happy. And when the woman saw him, she felt that she did not recognize him as the king. She thought maybe he is some soldier or someone. So she welcomed him and gave him some water to clean himself up and then spread a mattress for him. And after some time, she got him a bowl of hot rice and curry. Now the king was famished and he was very hungry. So what he did was the moment she got the bowl of rice, he immediately tried to pick it up and eat. But since it was hot, he burned his fingers as well as dropped a little bit of rice. Then the woman laughed and told, "Ah, you are also too much impatient like your king." The king was taken aback. "Why do you mean I was impatient? Like, why do you think our king is impatient?" he asked. She said, "Your king is always in a hurry. And he is always in a hurry to acquire all the big kingdoms. That is why I called him impatient." So the king asked him, "He's acquiring big kingdoms. So isn't it a good thing? Don't you think it is the right thing to do?" She said, "Maybe it is right or wrong. I am not sure. But in his quest to conquer stronger and bigger kingdoms, there are so many casualties that we face. So many of our soldiers die and their families suffer." So the king was taken aback. He asked, "Then what do you suggest the king should do?" The old woman was wise. She suggested that if the king wants to conquer big kingdoms, let him go about it. But before he conquers that, he should conquer all the small villages and smaller forts around those big kingdoms which pass supplies to that big kingdom. So that once the supplies are cut, the moral of the big kingdom will be down. And at that time, winning such a kingdom will be a lot more easier. The king was surprised. He thought, yes, it is a good plan. He wasn't angry with the old woman. He thanked her, and the next day morning he came back to his kingdom to change his strategies and made plans before conquering. Now, Do you know that you and I, we all get those hot ball of rice every day? We have it every day in front of us. But what do we do? In case you just directly start eating from the center where the rice is very hot, what happens? We will burn our fingers. Instead, what we should do? We should start eating it from the sides. That is, be patient. Slowly start eating. Remember, life is not about eating the hot rice. The life is about enjoying that hot ball of rice. When you are trying to achieve something, directly going and hitting the bullseye is not possible every time. So, you should start focusing on the outer part or on the smaller goals and then try to reach your bigger goals. You can't achieve a big goal in one day. You need to break it down into smaller goals and reach one goal at a time. So, if you found the story interesting and you carry a lesson from this story into your life, go ahead, share it with your friends. And do leave a comment if you agree with this. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And this is Mukta signing off on behalf of Mukta's Wisdom Wave. See you in the next video with a new story. Till then, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.